What does a company do when it faces a technical challenge that it needs to solve quickly? It can recruit more engineers, hire a consultancy, or look to its competitors for ideas. But sometimes a problem is either so challenging or technically complex, or has simply never been encountered inside the industry. And that's when it requires a totally different approach. This is TechWorks, Shell's very own experimental workshop in the heart of Boston. Its role is to help Shell find cost-efficient solutions to problems and deploy them anywhere around the world, safely and quickly. But working in this way requires a certain mindset, and that's why 90% of TechWorks staff, including its founders, come from outside the oil and gas industry. They hail from sectors including defense, aerospace, and robotics. I've had an exclusive look inside the offices of TechWorks, and as you may have guessed, things are anything but what you might expect.
Well, it was very important for us from the beginning that we not be considered just a think tank or a scouting organization, that we actually build things here. And we have to not only have great ideas, but put our money where our mouth is to speed up the development process.
Rather than performing the research that's going to develop breakthroughs within the next 20 years, what we're really concentrating on are changes that we can make to Shell to increase either our productivity or decrease our costs within the next 6 to 12 months.
Working this way means they bring fresh perspectives and can adapt existing technology or even repurpose it entirely for the energy industry. From harnessing computer game technology to help connect pipes or building underwater robots to aid subsea discovery.
The parallels between what's going on in the shipbuilding community and what's going on in the oil and gas community are tremendous. There are so many of the same lessons that have been learned in the downturn in Department of Defense in the US that can be applied to the cost-constrained environments in the oil and gas industry.
But it's not just the technology. Culture is crucial to TechWorks, and the management team here believe that the sharpest thinking can come from anyone or anywhere.
Anybody in the organization that has a great idea is as free as possible to raise that with anybody who, no matter what their title or position in the organization might be. And that is how we foster that collaborative, creative, free-thinking environment that startup companies are so well known for.
And nowhere is this better demonstrated than inside the games room at Shell TechWorks. We've got people playing ping pong here, we have 1980s arcade machines, Star Wars figurines, all of this sort of indicative of the kind of startup culture that is trying to be created here inside Shell TechWorks. Angela, what is it you're working on at the moment?
I'm working on an in-well tool right now that will increase production for gas wells and unconventionals, and it's going to, decrease the time and decrease the cost, because right now in this environment, that's really what we're focusing on.
What did your friends think about joining Shell? Is that still an issue?
Some of them were really excited, right? They were like, oh, that sounds cool. Once you kind of tell them, oh, I'm working in this tech incubator, sort of like Skunk Works, right, coming from defense.
How does a current truffle farmer end up in Shell TechWorks?
Well, my background is in medical instrumentation, so I'm an optoelectronics engineer.
Our mission now is to support as many businesses in Shell as possible. Not everything will be solved by technology, but technology certainly has a role to play in helping us adjust to a lower for longer environment.
Inspiring the next generation is crucial for the oil and gas industry as it grapples with the challenges of the energy transition. TechWorks believes it is now well placed to attract the brightest talent as it prepares for the energy future.